Have you ever wondered what happens inside you when repressed anger builds up and you never let it out? Most people think ignored emotions just fade, but anger doesn't vanish. It hides, and while it's hidden, it changes your body, shapes your choices, and quietly pulls you away from the life you're trying to hold together. So the real question is simple. What is all that pressure doing to you? In this video, we are going to uncover what actually happens when you bury your feelings, why suppressed anger shows up in places you'd never expect, and how people finally break the cycle. You'll learn what your body does when you lock your emotions down, how your mind twists that pressure into stress or sadness, and why your pain might be trying to tell you something you've been avoiding. Let's start at the place where hidden anger first leaves a mark. Your body can't tell the difference between danger and emotion. When you push down anger, your brain still reacts as if something serious is happening. The amygdala fires, the stress system kicks in, cortisol rises, your heart works harder even if you look calm on the outside. That's why people who hold everything in often feel tired for no reason. Their body is running a quiet emergency that never ends. Research from the University of Tilburg showed that holding back anger raises stress reactivity in people with heart issues, making recovery slower and strain stronger. That's the cost of silence. Not explosive rage, not yelling, holding it in. And here's the part most people don't see. Every time you swallow your frustration to keep the peace, your system resets to a new baseline. A higher one, a harsher one, a baseline where your body expects tension even when nothing is wrong. And that state doesn't stay in the body. It spreads. Because once the body is on edge, the mind follows. And that's where the trouble grows deeper. When you won't let yourself feel anger, your brain has to do something with all that energy. So it redirects it. It pushes it inward. That's where the emotional repression starts changing how you think and how you process stress. Some people notice it as irritability they can't explain. Others feel a kind of heavy sadness that just sits there. And many feel anxiety rising even when life seems calm. Studies show that people who suppress anger are more likely to struggle with depression and rumination because the emotion they're avoiding doesn't disappear, it loops. You're not calm. You're holding your breath. The mind becomes a pressure cooker. Your thoughts tighten. Your reactions sharpen. And beneath the surface, the emotion you wouldn't express builds more force, waiting for a way out. That internal squeeze makes every interaction feel harder. Small problems feel bigger. Simple choices feel risky. Not because you're weak, but because your mind is busy trying to contain everything you won't allow yourself to feel. And if the mind is overloaded, the next place that hidden pressure goes is the one place you can't ignore: your physical pain. Your body talks long before your mouth does. And when anger stays trapped, the body sends messages through pain, headaches, back tension, stomach tightness. Even unexplained flare-ups that appear during stressful times and fade when you finally let yourself feel something real. Research on internalized rage shows that suppressed anger can increase pain sensitivity. People who hide their emotions often report stronger pain responses and slower recovery. It's not in your head, it's in your nervous system. Pain becomes a doorway, a clue, a signal your body uses when your voice won't open. And this pain isn't dramatic or sudden. It's steady, predictable. It comes during moments you push through, moments you stay quiet, moments you tell yourself to let it go, even when you haven't. Your body carries the anger you won't admit. And once your body starts speaking for you, the next part of your life begins to shift in ways you may not see coming. People think conflict destroys relationships, but most of the time, it's the avoidance of conflict that does the real damage. When you bury your anger to keep things smooth, you stop showing your true reactions. You nod when you don't agree. You stay quiet when something hurts. You act like everything's fine just to avoid conflict. But inside, your body is tense, your thoughts are loud, and your anger has nowhere to go. Over time, this silence pulls you away from the people you care about. You start feeling misunderstood, even when no one has done anything wrong. Partners notice the distance, but not the cause. Friends sense the tension, but not the wound. And the truth is simple. They can't fix what they can't see. This is how hidden hostility grows. Not in fights, but in the quiet moments where you swallow your truth. Studies on self-silencing show it can lower closeness, reduce trust, and increase resentment even when the person repressing their feelings believes they're protecting the relationship. You're not avoiding conflict, you're avoiding yourself. And when you avoid yourself long enough, the anger doesn't disappear. It shifts into behaviors that surprise even you. Most people think repressed anger looks calm, but hidden emotions don't stay quiet. They leak. Suddenly, you're snapping over something small, pulling away when someone gets too close, feeling irritated at people who didn't do anything wrong, or you go passive, checking out, avoiding conversations, letting things slide while you feel the pressure building underneath. This is how pent-up anger distorts behavior, not through explosions, but through shifts in tone, energy, and reactions that feel out of character. Psychology research shows that when people suppress anger, they often switch between two extremes, holding everything in or letting everything out at once. There's no middle ground, because the system that should release emotions in small moments is locked. That's why you hear someone say, "I don't know what got into me," but deep down, they do. Their body finally refused to stay silent. And the rebound from suppression is powerful. When you fight an emotion, your mind pulls it back even harder. That's how people who never get angry end up overwhelmed by outbursts that catch them off guard. But there's something important to understand here. You're not broken. You're carrying something unprocessed. And there are ways to release it without hurting yourself or anyone else. You don't fix repressed anger by forcing yourself to stay calm. Calm isn't the goal. Clarity is. The first step is naming the emotion without judging it. Not, "I shouldn't be mad." Not, "It's nothing." Just, "I'm angry." Your brain relaxes when you stop running from the truth. Next is expression. Not lashing out, but letting the emotion move. Some people write. Some speak to someone safe. Others use guided exercises proven to help people release suppressed anger in a healthy way. It's not about rage. It's about honesty. Therapies like CBT, anger awareness training, or mindfulness-based approaches help people build this skill slowly. Notice the anger, understand the trigger, and choose the response, not the reaction. And sometimes, the most healing thing is learning that anger isn't dangerous. It's information. It tells you when a boundary has been crossed or a need hasn't been met. When you stop fearing it, you can use it. Your anger isn't the problem. It's trying to tell you something. And once you start hearing that message, your entire life begins to change. Which brings us to the final truth about repressed emotion. You can bury your anger for years, but it always waits. In your body, in your thoughts, and in the moments when silence feels safer than honesty. And one day, you realize the thing you were hiding from was never the anger. It was the cost of holding it.